And now, the ESPN original series, Inside the College Football Playoff.
It's tough whenever you're that close, and it just feels like it slips right out of your hands.
Texas quarterback Quinn Ewers has accomplished a lot in his Longhorn career, but he still feels the sting of last year's semifinal loss.
It comes down to this. Incomplete.
Had a chance to win this ball game, and boy, what a heartbreaking way for the season to come to an end.
I don't think I slept for like 2 days after that.
This year, Ewers is searching for that elusive national championship.
This year is just, taking it one day at a time and try to win each day. We want to play till January 20th, give this university another national championship.
Texas lost in this year's SEC championship, but they still made the playoff. Now, the path to a title for Ewers and the Longhorns means surviving the four-round gauntlet of college football's revamped postseason.
We've seen playoff expansion make the stakes even higher than they already were.
And he hooked it. No good. Wow.
I think a lot of us wondered if that same drama would be there.
South Carolina will come to Clemson and win.
And there has always been conversation and debate about whether or not they're the best teams or if they're the most deserving.
We say all the time in the SEC, it just means more. That's not just a cliche. It's a reality.
You lose games, you say, what did I do wrong? What can I do better?
You've seen teams that in previous years would have been done for the season. Their seasons would be washed. Now they're still in contention.
I think it's the best thing that's happened to college football.
You tripled the size of it. All of these storied places, to have a playoff game there in front of those crowds, huge.
I don't care about the future. I know we got one more guaranteed in this stadium.
We're ready for the victory! Ready for us. One play at a time. We know what we got to do.
Before it was only 4 teams. Now we have a bracket, and everybody understands what March Madness has always been like.
If you're able to run it with 14, 15, 16 wins, you will be considered the greatest of all time.
Hey! No! No!
It's a big day for college football, and nobody recognizes that more than the host of College Game Day, Reese Davis.
I've been covering college football for ESPN for 27 years. And prior to that, I grew up loving it. So basically my entire life.
A long regular season comes down to this. It's Selection Day, where college football's top teams find out if they get to compete for a championship and who they'll have to face to get there.
Here we go.
We don't know who's in the playoff, what the rankings are. We see it when the people at home see it. There's an intensity to that.
Judgment Day is here. The bracket will be filled, and the coaches everywhere are sitting on pins and needles.
Here we are once again trying to figure out what this committee is going to do.
Here comes the bracket.
You guys ready to do this?
Let's do it.
The #1 seed, the Oregon Ducks.
Make sure we're not revealing them all.
The #2 seed, Georgia Bulldogs.
Go ahead.
3rd seed goes to Boise State.
Here's 4. Got him.
Who has the final bye? It's Arizona State.
12th ranked next.
Clemson is seeded 12th. The 5th seed is the Texas Longhorns. Who has the 6th seed? Penn State. So Happy Valley will host a first-round playoff game.
Go ahead.
The 7th seed, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. The 8th seed, Ohio State.
Ready, 9.
The Tennessee Volunteers.
Go 10.
In-state battles as the Hoosiers will go to take on the Irish.
Okay, now we're going 11 is next.
who's going to be number one. You know the answer to that. What you rarely know the answer to is who's going to be left out.
One spot remaining. I think we pretty much know the two teams it comes down to. Alabama or SMU. One spot remaining. There's no right answer here. Who is it? The SMU Mustangs hold on to that final spot.
This is the reality of the situation, is someone is always going to be left out. This is the result of conference realignment. There's just going to be such a hodgepodge of teams with multiple losses. It gets more and more difficult for the selection committee to sort out.
Miami seemed like a lock until an upset loss in the final week of their season. Another shock was Alabama.
Oklahoma crushes Alabama, dealt their postseason dreams a fatal blow tonight here in Norman.
Tough luck. Win your games. You got a schedule just like everybody else, because the teams that won their games, they're not the ones being left out.
But controversy is nothing new to a college football postseason. No matter the format, it's never been perfect.
When a college football season begins, everybody hopes to be a national champion.
There have been controversies about who the champion has been, dating back to the beginning of the AP poll era, which started in 1936. I mean, there are a number of seasons in which teams have gone undefeated and uncrowned.
College football, should it have a Super Bowl of its own?
Then we went to the BCS formula, and people didn't like the formula.
It's clear that it's a colossal failure here at the BCS. 4 of 7 years. The system just frankly hasn't worked.
BCS was such a convoluted formula that no one could ever understand it. And there were constantly arguments over who truly was the national champion, even with the computers trying to spit out the right answer.
They said it was not subjective enough. They wanted a committee.
Oklahoma State still with dreams, aspirations of moving into the second slot, which is still occupied by Alabama.
I don't think there's any doubt that the best way to settle this would be a playoff. But I don't know how you do it.
Alabama, they win the BCS championship.
We eventually expanded into the 14 playoff by 2014, then ultimately to the 12-team playoff where we are now. College football did what it has always done. It waited on a crisis and then tried to react to it to try to satisfy the people, to give them the closest thing we could to crowning a champion at the end of a playoff.
But a reminder how this whole 12-team playoff works. 12-team college football playoff made up of the 5 highest-ranked conference champions. First round starts on December 20th, and if you're seeded 5 through 8, you get a home game on campus because those 4 highest-ranked conference champions get an advance and a bye into the quarterfinals.
Now that the teams have been revealed, the road to the championship begins. The bracket is set with the top 4 seeds: Arizona State, Oregon, Boise State, and Georgia, benefiting from a bye to the second round. Few could have projected number 4 Arizona State would be among them. Coming off back-to-back 3-9 seasons, senior Cam Skattebo carried the Sun Devils to a Big 12 title.
Skattebo! He didn't go out of bounds! He's still going! Skattebo! This team fights! And they fight and they fight!
Third-seeded Boise State is a program whose regular season success historically hasn't translated to a chance at the national championship. Now they get their shot.
Tackle Ashton Jeanty! You can't bring him down!
Led by the nation's leading rusher, Ashton Jeanty.
Oh, little Heisman, yeah, why not?
The second-seeded Georgia Bulldogs have won 2 national championships under Kirby Smart. They may benefit from an extra week to recover more than anyone.
And Carson Beck, I think, is down on the field.
After quarterback Carson Beck got injured in the SEC Conference Championship game.
Carson Beck coming back in the game.
Straight ahead! Touchdown! Dog, SEC champion!
I'm proud as hell of the resiliency of this team. Celebrate tonight. Right now, you just won the SEC championship.
Top-seeded Oregon is the only undefeated team in this year's playoff,
Warrior mentality.
with 3 wins against teams in the tournament.
Sadiq, and he hurdles his way into the end zone.
Came to Oregon to win championships, right? And I want to keep reminding you, we're not done. We're not satisfied. There's still food on the table.
Joining these 4 teams in the quarterfinals will be the winners of the first-round matchups. The 8-9 game features Big Ten powerhouse Ohio State University, who boasts the second most wins by an FBS team in college football history and harbor championship expectations.
Go, man, here we go.
And Ohio State's a highly, highly talented team. They got great wide receivers, decent quarterback.
You know what? We got goals, man.
They are a team that's uber talented and can do it on both sides of the football.
Since taking the helm at Ohio State in 2019, Ryan Day has kept the Buckeyes a fixture in the top 5.
We'll hop in your step, man. Move around with a purpose. Here we go. Go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Every rep matters. Every play is an opportunity. Here we go.
2024 was no different. Through the first 5 games, Ohio State outscored its opponents 230-34.
Ohio State, focused, determined, disciplined.
In a battle of the unbeatens, the Buckeyes fell to Oregon by a point.
Time runs out, and that'll do
But rebounded with impressive wins against 2 Big Ten rivals ranked in the top 5.
it. Huge interception right there. Huge by the defense. Huge. That's why you keep playing.
Now grabs a hold of it. Spins by a defender at the 25, moves to the 30, 35, right side 40. 50-yard line, Caleb Downs behind blockers to the Indiana 40. Middle of field to the 30, to the 20 goes Caleb Downs, to the 10, and into the end zone.
Flying high, the Buckeyes rose to second in the country.
They're expected to win all these games and to be in it, but we've seen Ohio State slip up and lose big games.
Only the game against unranked Michigan, their hated rival from the north, stood between second-ranked Ohio State and the Big Ten championship game.
Ohio State, Michigan, D-game, and here we go.
But you can throw out records when blood boils this hot.
And Michigan takes a 13-10 lead with 45 seconds to go.
Michigan stunned the Buckeye faithful.
And the Michigan Wolverines will shock the college football world.
Buckeye Nation is still licking its wounds after a stunning loss to Michigan as a 3-touchdown favorite on Saturday. Ryan Day's job has been called into question far and wide as he loses his 4th straight against the Wolverines, this time as a significant favorite.
For Ryan Day, the fallout was far-reaching.
21, 23-point favorites. Wow. In Columbus.
God.
Oh, my God.
Can you imagine if they got knocked out early and ended their season with 2 home losses? 1 to Michigan?
The bottom line is that he has to make a serious run, as Heather said. First round knockout, I'd fire him on the field before he gets to the midfield.
Ryan Day, to some degree, gets a reprieve because of the 12-team playoff. If there was the 14 playoff, he'd be out, and we'd be having this conversation very differently.
Despite losing to Michigan, a national championship is still within reach.
Our number 1 goal every year is to win the rivalry game, and that didn't happen. So you feel like this season's a failure. And then to have life put back into you, knowing that you have that other opportunity. Now you got to go play with no regrets.
If you're Ryan Day, regardless of your record against Michigan, if you win a championship, that gives you 2 solid feet to stand on.
It might be now or never for Ryan Day in Columbus.
You know, we have an opportunity now to go win this thing, and that's really what the focus is going to be right now. And you want to be at a place like Ohio State where the expectations are so high. That's the way you want it. You want the stakes really high. That's the way it is here.
Let's go!
The Tennessee Volunteers have won 6 national titles in their history, The last coming in 1998, when they captured the inaugural BCS championship.
The national champion is clad in big orange.
Just 2 years later, the Vols' current head coach, Josh Heupel, led Oklahoma to the title.
The champions are the still undefeated Sooners of Oklahoma.
Heupel has restored the Vols as a championship contender. His work with the quarterbacks has been a major reason why. He began by transforming Hendon Hooker into the SEC's Offensive Player of the Year in 2022.
And Hendon Hooker right on target again.
In 2023, Joe Milton benefited from his work with the quarterback whisperer.
Depending on where the play fake is, it's harder, but you don't want to leave it in here on the goalpost. You want to get out to where that throw is just a little bit more.
As to the end zone, another score.
Hey, let's go, man. Start the on-field journey right here today. Same competitor, every single rep throughout it. Let's go compete. Let's start our climb today.
This year, it's sophomore Nico Iamaleava at the helm for Tennessee.
Are you pushing back or are you popping? Yeah, that's where you're pushing, and so you can't get closed off out there. And if you are like pushing back on follow, you want to drop that right foot more on you. There you go, I like it. Option pitches, learn how to pronate your wrist.
Quarterback ain't ever going to be perfect. I think I was the only one that ever played it perfect.
Run out, run out. You guys are curling back to the QB on the top of the route.
Josh Heupel is an offensive wizard.
Good, make sure you're riding it, Nico.
I don't know if I've ever seen more of a player's coach than Josh Heupel. He just relates to those guys. He's unconventional. He could fit in that locker room as a player as well as a head coach.
Every single rep, every single day. You got to maximize every opportunity.
Nico back to throw, sets up, looks, guns it, long, right on target. Touchdown, Tennessee. What a throw. What a throw.
Behind Heupel, Nico, and running back Dylan Sampson, the Vols were 5-1 and on the playoff bubble, heading into a clash with rival Alabama.
From Mammoth Neyland Stadium, more than 101,000 on hand for one of the most important games in the 123-year history of this great rivalry. Number 7, Alabama, and number 11, Tennessee, in a huge game in the Southeastern Conference and with college football playoff implications.
Josh Heupel with Tennessee. They've been close before. They've been on the cusp of the college football playoff even before it expanded, and this is now a chance to show that this is a team that belongs.
To the end zone, touchdown! Dylan Sampson again. Both touchdowns by Sampson.
With their playoff hopes on the line, the Vols were up to the challenge.
Huge win for Josh Heupel in his 4th season here in Knoxville.
The Vols finished the season 10-2, enough to earn a playoff berth and a chance at their first national championship in over a quarter century.
You just kept coming. That's what champions do, man. Like, you just keep coming. What do we want to be about in the postseason? Right? Yeah. What do we want? Because you've been working since January. This was the goal. To go play our best football here in a couple weeks. Everybody got me? Good job.
In Texas, the more things change, the more they stay the same. While the Longhorns move to the SEC, home is still in Austin. For defensive back Jahdae Barron, the culture remains Texas tough.
Texas tough represents just how we carry ourselves and how we take the field. You sign that paper to come to the University of Texas, you know the standard. And at the end of the day, if we have to try to always meet that standard and beat that standard. Right here is like home. Who doesn't want to chill at an arcade and have an arcade at the crib? So this is a place where we always be at. Cut it. So here's the recovery room. Since we're always here in the build, come here and get a nap before meetings real quick. Got over here, we got the cocoons. It's kind of like a warm-up to warm up your body before practice. It also has a massage in here. And then if you really want to sleep like a deep sleep, you come in here with the sleep pods. You can plug in your headphones, I know, right here. Oh, but it's just good. Kind of blocks out the sound. This is something you gotta earn. We gotta earn this during the season. If we on point, Sark let us walk out with this. So this kind of brings up the juice.
Texas has such a great roster.
I think Texas, you start with the defense. They have an elite defense.
Defensively is why they've made the playoffs. The defense will be why they won a championship.
They're also just incredibly well coached.
The man in charge is head coach Steve Sarkisian. In his 4th year, Sark has a roster built to win a national championship.
When I took the job, I didn't know we were going to the SEC. At that moment, I said, okay, this is the type of team we need to build. And it was big and physical up front, elite speed on the perimeter, and really athletic down the middle. Your running backs, quarterback, linebacker, safeties. I knew that's what it would take to beat an SEC team to win a championship. Because history had told you, if you wanted to win a national championship, you were going to have to beat 1, if not 2, SEC teams in the college football playoff. We have a quality roster. We've got good players on both sides of the ball. We've got great depth.
The centerpiece of Sark's roster is quarterback Quinn Ewers, who was considered one of the top quarterbacks in the nation before suffering an early season injury.
We kind of forgot about Quinn Ewers a little bit. He hurt the oblique. Arch Manning came in. We forgot about Quinn Ewers. I still think he's one of the better quarterbacks in the country.
I feel like I'm just more able to lead and in a more vocal way than I've really ever done, and I think that just helps everybody when the quarterback's able to lead.
With a healthy Ewers under center, Texas proved they belong in the SEC.
Ewers, a downfield shot. Pump fake, lofting to the back corner. Caught. Ball is out. Texas falls on it. That should secure Texas's spot in the championship game.
Their only 2 losses came to SEC champion Georgia.
Pressure again. Sideline pitch. Intercepted.
I feel like we had a good plan going in for sure. You know, we just didn't capitalize it. Some games go that way, I guess, but it's cool because the new 12-team playoff, you know, we get to keep playing ball.
Now, with their playoff spot secured, Ewers has a chance to stamp his name in Longhorn history.
It's a quarterback-driven league. It's a quarterback-driven game. The playoff, I think he has an opportunity to make people remember who he was.
What an amazing opportunity we have. Everybody's really excited. Longhorn Nation's obviously very excited. I know our players are.
We respect people, but we fear none. And that's what Sark always hits on. You can respect your opponent, but we don't have to fear him, and we won't fear him.
The Longhorns didn't need a conference title to clinch a playoff berth. Their opponent, the Clemson Tigers, did. For years, Dabo Swinney was synonymous with the college football playoff. Clemson made it to 6 consecutive playoff appearances, 2 national titles.
It's a bunch of great young men that come to Clemson and they buy in to who we are and what we do. It's not just winning, it's how you win.
Clemson started 2024 with high expectations, but as the season wore on, Swinney's Tigers became an afterthought.
We look like a very poorly coached team tonight, and that's on me. 3 things you don't get back. You don't get back time, you don't get back words, you don't get back opportunity. And this was a missed one tonight.
A late season loss to South Carolina put the Tigers' hopes of making the ACC championship in serious jeopardy.
Klubnik buys some time. It wasn't picked off. It was 17-14 the final.
Clemson's chance to make the ACC championship game and earn an automatic bid to the playoff depended on Syracuse, a 12.5-point underdog, to upset the 10-win Miami Hurricanes. In the ACC championship game, the Tigers took full advantage of their opportunity.
Four-man rush, Klubnik throws, caught. Antonio Williams dives down with 3 seconds to go. They're at the 38. 56-yarder, the win really not a factor. Snap and hold are good. That one is good! At the buzzer! Clemson wins the ACC!
Coach, a week ago today, you thought your season was over. Now you're headed to the college football playoff. What has this week, this roller coaster, been like for you in this team?
Listen, God works in mysterious ways, and we all thought that the door closed on us, but God just opened the door, and they fought their butts off.
Dabo's magic is still alive in Clemson. The 12th-seeded Tigers will make their 7th playoff appearance when they travel to Texas to take on the 5th-seeded Longhorns. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish, one of the most prestigious and iconic programs in college football, have a storied history. To write the next chapter, they brought in prize transfer from Duke University, senior quarterback Riley Leonard.
Notre Dame, it's all about the quarterback, Riley Leonard. Riley Leonard has been a very adept runner. We've been waiting on the passing game to show up.
In the offseason, Leonard traveled to San Francisco to seek some advice from some successful NFL quarterbacks.
This is such a special night that a young quarterback at Notre Dame heard about it, and he wanted to come in here and soak up the knowledge that you guys have.
Yeah, it's good to meet you, man. Nice to meet you, sir. Yeah.
What are you doing out here?
Figured I'd come out here, ask some questions, try to learn a thing or two.
You got that viral video of asking your professor?
Dude, everybody do it.
Yeah.
Taylor, oh, yeah, I saw it.
Please let me turn in my homework late because it's due tonight. I think at 12, so it may already be 12.
Riley's at Notre Dame, right?
What advice would you give to a kid trying to establish himself as a leader?
There are going to be people that doubt you. Sure. You can't wait to prove them wrong.
How did you mentally, stay locked in with your guys?
It's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
Struggle is what's going to get you to the other side of it, right? Set goals, and those are important, but don't dwell on it. It's just a distraction.
Yeah. Play with Notre Dame now, so we got to learn an offense. We got to be able to take the ball and not leave it. What made the difference for me is coming out of the huddle, finding safety, tracking safeties the whole time.
I belong here. Yeah. I'm worth it, and I'm going to show you how I do this.
Riley, stand up. Do you have a question for these guys?
If you guys could give any advice to a rookie quarterback coming in the league, or even tell yourself something that you know now, looking back, what would you tell them?
Whether you're the first pick or the last pick, the road's not easy, right? And there's going to be struggles. Embrace the struggle.
Riley's been awesome. He has come in and really embraced his teammates, earned their trust. He has really taken a leadership role. Inside the white lines, he's one of the most competitive people I've been around.
This is why you bring Riley Leonard to South Bend for drives like this.
Leonard has become the leading rusher on the Irish.
Riley Leonard on his third down, a chance to get his foot in the ground when he puts it right on the money.
First up in the middle, close to the end zone, and the Irish take the lead.
23-13, and they're going to get out of Texas with a win.
But in week 2 at South Bend, the Irish were caught off guard.
This is an awful lot to ask. Mitch Jeter, and that's blocked at the line of scrimmage. And the Huskies are celebrating the biggest upset in their school's history.
It's a motivation, so you can mob around for a while, but tomorrow you got to wake up and go on to the next day. So that's what we're going to do.
Just like to throw out this question. You talk about you have no sympathy for Notre Dame. Why are they even relevant? What the hell have they done?
Leonard shotgun, touchdown! This guy is a difference maker.
Riley Leonard, he's such a powerful runner.
Here's Leonard on the keep down. Riley Leonard's got a first down and more. He's still going. Riley Leonard with a stiff arm and a touchdown.
Riley Leonard just runs a lot faster than he looks.
Shotgun for Leonard, goes a slant route, caught by Collins.
Riley Leonard, wide open touchdown.
Mitchell.
In the first 2 weeks, we were at the highest of highs and lowest of lows. We didn't do the things week 2 that we needed to prepare to win a football game. I've always said, keep the pain of that week. We weren't even thinking about the playoffs, and then we started trying to get better, right? Win a game.
Riley Leonard led Notre Dame with 30 total touchdowns, wins over 4 top 25 teams, and a victory over rival USC.
Riley Leonard loading, firing, end zone, caught.
Mitch Evans, touchdown, Notre Dame. What a throw from Leonard. Notre Dame ends the season on a 10-game winning streak. They beat USC, and they are headed to the college football playoff.
84 days ago, it was 84 days when we lost against NIU. I told myself I'll never walk off the field with any regret anymore.
"200 miles south of Notre Dame, Indiana University is the home of the Hoosiers, the home of basketball. And now, thanks to Curt Cignetti, the home of a college football playoff team."
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
This year, Cignetti led Indiana to its first double-digit win season, 1 year after being hired.
Let's go! I see him here.
I always wanted to be a head coach. I wasn't a coordinator. I didn't want to be a 55 to 59-year-old assistant moving every 2 to 3 years. I took a chance on me. I took a Division II head coaching job. Took a big pay cut.
His bet paid off. He was offered the head coaching job at Indiana.
But this roster is going to look a lot different. We got, I think, the right guys off the bus, right guys on the bus, adding to the bus, and it's going to change the complexion of this football team.
Indiana was a team few had on their radar, but they came out blazing.
Indiana is a fascinating team to watch and cover this year because when you look at the individual pieces, they have a lot of good players. But when you look at the individual pieces, you don't see as many first-round picks as you see on other rosters. And that every single guy on that roster kind of understands how they fit into what they want to become collectively.
One player who got on Cignetti's bus was transfer quarterback from Ohio University, Curtis Rourke.
Rourke looks down the field, going down the field for a big one, and Surratt's got it.
Rourke, he knows how to play quarterback, and knowing how to play quarterback, it is a lot more than just having an arm and accuracy. You got to be able to handle adversity, success, have consistency in performance. There's just some characteristics and traits.
Rourke passed for 15 touchdowns and over 1,900 yards before suffering a thumb injury against Nebraska in Week 8. Many speculated that the Hoosiers' season was over.
They've scored the last 23 points in this game. Make it the last 29.
However, Rourke made his comeback 2 weeks later against Michigan State, leading his team to a 47-10 victory over the Spartans.
We've prepared for this moment since January. We knew we had a special team. It's just great to see it play out the way it is, and hopefully we would keep rolling.
Coach Cignetti guided his team to an impressive 11-1 season, earning him the 2024 Big Ten Coach of the Year award.
For Indiana and Notre Dame to be playing in the college football playoff, I think it's a great game for the state in general. Regardless of who we play, this is the playoffs. You win or go home, and we're in it to win it.
I think Indiana's been a fascinating story, and it will be really neat to see them have the opportunity to compete on the highest stage.
Few teams in the college football landscape can match the history and tradition of the Penn State Nittany Lions. James Franklin has built a perennial contender, itching to reclaim past glory. They boast the best tight end in the country and a player whose versatility is truly regal.
Both throws back to Allen, throws downfield Warren, he reaches up in the end zone, he's got it, touchdown, Penn State!
Tyler Warren snapped the ball, and then he caught the ball. You don't see that very often.
I think what really differentiates him is his ability to do so many things at a very, very high level.
Warren reaches up, one-handed catch, wide open touchdown,
former high school quarterback turned tight end.
He's been a runner. He's played quarterback. He's thrown passes.
Tyler Warren, first career touchdown pass.
He's really done it all.
It's not where's Waldo, it's where's Warren.
It's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. Tyler Warren truly showing everything. The stiff arm into the hurdle, breaking tackles.
Swiss Army knife, I think, is the first thing that comes to mind. Like, he can really do everything on the field for us.
It was Tyler Warren's athletic versatility that first put him on James Franklin's radar.
His basketball tape was something that really caught our attention. I mean, you go to a game and it was like a dunk tape.
Football coaches love to see you play other sports, especially basketball, and the type of movements and plays you can make in that game is something that appeals to, the football crowd. I played quarterback all through high school. Had some quarterback offers, freshman, sophomore year, and then my junior and senior year kind of started getting some interest at tight end. Being able to, add another wrinkle to our offense and help out our offense in any way I can is something I'm always going to, want to do for our team.
It's going to be Tyler Warren. Go over the top. Touchdown. Warren can do it all.
Whatever they ask me, whatever's needed of that week is what I'm going to, pride myself in doing the best job I can.
Warren rewrote the Big Ten record books.
Tyler Warren, the all-time catch leader for tight ends in the Big Ten Conference.
I've been coaching for a long time, over 30 years. The combination of skills, I don't know if I've had that versatile of a player before.
With Warren pacing the offense,
Tyler Warren is the go-to guy.
Penn State put together an 11-win season.
The standard is the standard. Talking is over.
But Franklin's tenure at Penn State has been haunted by one persistent complaint.
Once again, James Franklin unable to win a big game.
Well, James, they're unhappy with you. You're a very competent coach. You've done a nice job. You haven't done enough. Penn State fans expect excellence. They expect championships. They're getting a little tired of 10-2 seasons that the two biggest games of the year you blow.
There's nobody that's looking in the mirror harder than I am.
If you're Penn State and James Franklin has always fallen short.
It was intercepted, Nico Reed.
For Penn State, the incredible disappointment.
You're in the playoff now. Now you're in, James. Now you have an opportunity.
To capitalize on their opportunity, the Nittany Lions will need more than their John Mackey Award-winning tight end.
We know about Tyler Warren, the tight end. They can run the football with Singleton and Allen, the physicality.
Singleton inside the 5!
But Drew Aller has got to be the catalyst for this offense to be able to push the football down the field. Can they get some explosive plays? It can't just be Tyler Warren. It's got to be explosive plays down the field. That'll be key for Penn State. I think if James Franklin doesn't advance at least to the championship game, I think people are going to look back and say, once you got in, you still weren't able to win a championship.
All right, here we go. All right, hey, so remember, Hud, you're going with Connor. I will be at your game with the girls. T, you're going home with Baxter? Yeah. We love them all equally, right? Rowan's like your pet dog, Scarlett's like your pet cat, you know what I mean? Like, Scarlett's gonna play hard to get and be mean to you to get you to pay attention, and Rowan's just gonna run up and give you a big old bear hug and kiss and say, I love you, Daddy, no matter what. 2 sets of twins. 2 sets. Hey, I love you. Hey. Psst. Love you, babe. Boys are 14. We were playing week 2 of the 2010 season. We were playing at Mississippi State on Thursday Night Football.
The SEC play is underway.
Our water broke during warm-ups. I made it back. Anyways, we won the game, made it back. Friday, the boys were born. That was a long fall. You gotta have balance, and you gotta have some sanity. My family's the most important thing to me. My kids know Dad will take me to school, like Dad will be at my games. I do think there's a lot of coaches that feel like in our profession, there's always been this badge of honor, like just work and grind into the ground. However long it takes, we're gonna work. It's good for our health. It's how you survive the longevity of the season. How we doing? There just has to be some balance and margin, and you can do it. And those who don't think you can should just look at us.
Southern Methodist University joined the Atlantic Coast Conference in 2024. But history knows the Mustangs as the Pony Express.
SMU was a national brand for a long time. Doak Walker played here, Pony Express in the early 80s, 3 national championships claimed.
For this version of the Mustangs, the offensive approach to the game has remained the same.
You know, we just got special kids here. They believe in what we're doing. We say TDU, tough, disciplined, and united. And that's just what we want to be known for.
After dropping only a single non-conference game in Week 3, head coach Rhett Lashley and SMU refocused and proved they belong in the ACC by winning all of their conference games.
SMU has now won 11 games for the second straight season.
First of all, congratulations, man. You did exactly what we set out to do. You won all 4 quarters of our season. You went undefeated in conference play, won the regular season championship. Great job. And because of that, we earned the opportunity for this, all right? We earned the opportunity for one more. Playoff is good for college football. The only major level of football that didn't have one. More teams get in, you earn the right to go compete for a championship.
After a close loss in the ACC championship game,
Snap and hold are good.
the upstart Mustangs are out to prove that they belong in the college football playoff and that their 11 regular season wins were not a fluke.
We won the regular season championship outright, 8-0, no one else in our league.
How about those Mustangs?
We didn't tie it, we didn't share it, we won it, but you know what they said? Hey, prove it. They threw us the ball, prove it. Prove you're as good as you said you are. Prove it. Go seal it. That's all we got to do. It's all we get the opportunity to do is to seal it. We spend a ton of time on relationship building. Team up north weather. That's what I'm saying in Michigan, this is a heat wave. Anything you don't like or if you're not connected and everybody's not on the same page, it doesn't mean you always agree, and it definitely doesn't mean it's easy, then you're gonna crumble. Listen, the reason we're gonna win is because we're the most connected team in the country. Defense, offense, teams. When we're up, when we're down, when it's easy, when it's tough. Nobody does it better than we do it. And it doesn't matter what we're ranked. It doesn't matter who made first team, third team, no team. None of that matters because we have that, all right? So embrace it, live in the moment, let's be present, and let's leave no freaking doubt. We're gonna have fun, and nobody's gotta be perfect. You know, I don't want people to be perfect, nobody's perfect. I just want people to have high goals and standards for themselves, and if we make mistakes, let's just try to fix it and get better. Run, Derek, run, Derek. Don't do that, Derek, run. Oh, good, yeah. And oh, yeah. They scared of you. They scared of you. We're gonna go out and we're gonna play together as one unit. We're gonna play hard, we're gonna play physical. We're gonna leave it all out there, and then the scoreboard will take care of itself. No one else fights together like we do, and it's tested every time you take the field. No one's better at it than we are. No matter what else happens, nobody in the world can not know who the most physical team was.
The first round matchups are set, and the teams are ready to begin their journey through the college football playoff. On December 20th and 21st, 4 teams will advance. The new era of the college football playoff is about to begin.
Full disclosure, when this format was announced, I was kind of an anti-expansionist. I was like, we already have a good system. The goal in the playoff is always to crown a worthy champion. And I always felt like we did. So I'm like, we don't necessarily have to expand. Well, and then they show us the format. And they said, hey, yeah, you see these first 4 games that are gonna be played on the 20th and the 21st of December? Yeah, those are gonna be in home field environments. And I'm like, all right, I'm on board now. All right, I'm good.
The feeling in a stadium on campus for a big game, don't know that I've ever felt anything else like it in sports. These places have souls, they have personalities, they have their stories and their legacies that are almost like embedded in the turf. To be able to play a playoff game at the Horseshoe, Happy Valley, Texas. We're playing home games, and that's just going to be fantastic.
The impact of home field advantage in this year's playoff is going to be surreal. Knowing that this is the first time in a college football playoff that a team will have the chance to make a statement with their home field advantage, not just for that game, but in front of the entire country, in front of all their recruits, for them to be able to watch and say, this is the best that this university, that the stadium, that this team has to offer, I think you will see the best on display.